Raymond lived a life filled with love and happiness. He cherished his wife, Miriam, dearly. Their love was a beacon of hope and joy for everyone who knew them. The couple eagerly awaited the arrival of their first child, which was set to complete their perfect little family. One fateful night, Miriam went into labor. Raymond rushed her to the hospital, holding her hand tightly, whispering words of love and encouragement. "Miriam, you're going to be fine. I'm right here with you. I love you so much," Raymond said, his voice full of both anxiety and affection. Miriam smiled weakly, squeezing his hand. "I love you too, Raymond. Our little girl is almost here," she said with a faint smile as she was wheeled to the labor room. Hours passed, and Miriam's labor became complicated. The doctors decided that an emergency cesarean section was necessary. Raymond's heart pounded with fear, but he stayed strong for Miriam. The doctor approached him, his expression serious. "Mr. Raymond, your wife needs a C-section. There are some complications, and she's losing a lot of blood." Raymond's voice shook as he replied, "No, Dr. C-section is dangerous. I can't risk that. Are there no other way out of this?" "I'm sorry, Mr. Raymond, this is the only way out, and my kind advice, if you truly love your wife and also want the safety of your daughter, do this for them." He tapped him on the shoulder and headed to his office. "No, my wife is safe in Jesus' name. She would deliver like the Hebrew women because my Bible said so." Raymond groaned in pain, rushed out, and returned with some prayer team to help pray for his wife. The prayer team, without hesitation, quicked off with immediate effect, their voice so loud, calling down the fire. In their midst was Mr. Raymond, crying helplessly with the hope that there would be a miracle. The prayers became intensive as their voice echoed in between the walls, inconveniencing others. "What do they think they are doing?" a nurse asked her colleague. "Praying, of course. The man seems to be a believer, or do you have any problem with that?" she asked. "Not exactly. I might not be a strong believer, but am sure of a passage in the Bible that says, 'Thus also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead.' But someone will say, 'You have faith, and I have works. Show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works.' You believe that there is one God, James 2 verses 17 to 20. See, my dear, I think he should have at least listened to the doctor, authorize the C-section, and then invite the whole church over here for prayers. You and I know how complicated that woman's condition is," she replied. "Yes, you are right. God have mercy," she declared with a heavy sign of relief. Immediately another nurse rushed in panting. "Mr. Raymond, your wife is dying. She's losing strength and blood. The doctor wants to see you now." She broke the news and returned back to the ward. "Jesus Christ, no, nothing will happen to my wife," he lamented until he got to the doctor's office. "Yes, doctor, what's the situation?" he asked. "Worst. It is getting worse by the second. Mr. Raymond, give us this approval, please. Do this for your wife and most importantly for your unborn baby, please. I'm begging you," the doctor reacted. "Doctor, we have handed over everything to God already. Nothing will happen to my wife, I assure you." "I am sorry, Mr. Raymond, if nothing is done in few hours we might lose them. Their lives are in your hands now, not God," he thundered. "Nothing of such will happen. Do whatever you need to do to save them. Take my blood, take whatever you need, but as for the C-section, no, I'm sorry, I can't agree to such." "Then you don't believe in God. You are scared of losing her to the surgery, forgetting that we can either save any of them from this impending doom or possibly the both. But you see, this stupid action of yours, it won't only cost you their lives, but your happiness. If you don't sign this agreement now, then take your wife elsewhere. I don't attend and tolerate insensitive and unfortunate people here," he thundered. Mr. Raymond had mixed feelings afterwards. With tears in his eyes, he took the pen and approved. "It is done now, doctor. I'm sorry. Please do everything to save my family." Immediately, the doctor and his team swung into action as they were now more determined than ever. Miriam was wheeled into surgery room. Raymond watched helplessly. He prayed, hoping for a miracle. He donated blood, desperate to save his beloved wife and their unborn child. A nurse tried to comfort him, saying, "You're very brave, Mr. Raymond. Your blood and prayers might just save her. Please, let them be okay," Raymond whispered, his voice breaking. Hours felt like an eternity. Finally, a doctor approached Raymond, his face grave. "Mr. Raymond, if only you had approved of this earlier enough, we should be telling a different story. I'm sorry." He paused. "We did everything we could, but Miriam, she didn't make it, neither did the baby." "I'm so sorry. Please accept my deepest condolences," the doctor said, his voice heavy with regret. Raymond's world shattered. The love of his life, his precious Miriam, was gone. And with her, their unborn daughter. He fell to his knees, tears streaming down his face. "No! This can't be happening. Miriam, please come back." "Please," Raymond cried, his voice filled with unimaginable pain. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Raymond was a shadow of his former self. He refused to remarry, swearing to love Miriam till the end of time. He spent countless hours looking at their pictures, reliving the memories they had shared. Holding a photo of them on their wedding day, Raymond whispered, "We were so happy, Miriam. Why did this have to happen? I miss you so much." Every Sunday, he visited her grave, bringing fresh flowers and talking to her as if she were still with him. Kneeling at her grave, he spoke softly, "Miriam, my love, I promised I'd never let you go. I'll love you forever. I can't move on. You were my everything, my love, my jewel. I would have prevented this, but my fear got hold on my faith. I'm sorry I had to let you go through this pain." Miriam sat beside her graveside overwhelmed in tears as she listened to her husband, Mr. Raymond. The bond of their love was so strong that to the extent that he kept his words and promises to his wife. 5 years passed, and Raymond's pain remained as raw as the day he lost her. One night, he had a vivid dream. Miriam appeared before him, radiant and serene. "Raymond, my love. It's time to let go," she said gently, her voice like a balm to his wounded heart. Tears streamed down Raymond's face as he reached out to her. "Miriam? Is it really you?" "Yes, it's me," she replied, her eyes full of love and understanding. "You've mourned me long enough. It's time for you to live again. But I promise to love you forever." "I can't just forget you," Raymond said, his voice trembling. Miriam smiled softly, "You don't have to forget me. I'll always be a part of you. But you deserve happiness, Raymond. Our daughter would want you to be happy too." Raymond nodded slowly, understanding dawning in his eyes. "I'll try, Miriam. For you, and for our daughter." The dream faded, but the message remained clear. Miriam wanted him to move on, to find joy again. Raymond woke up with a sense of peace he hadn't felt in years. He knew it was time to let go, to live again, while always keeping Miriam in his heart. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment what you think about this story. Bye for now.